What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. Today we've unboxed the Alcatel Go Flip 3 for T-Mobile, as you can see here, and we're going to take a look at what you get. Now inside the packaging you will find the device itself, 1350 milliamp battery, yes it is removable, back plate, a welcome guide, a SIM card if you don't already have a plan and you need to activate service, and then a micro USB charger. Quick note, funny, this is not a removable kind where it detaches from a block. This is all connected, all in one. I haven't seen one of these in a long time. Comes with it though, so cool. Anyways, let's get to it. We're going to go ahead and actually power this on too so you can get an idea of the resolution of the screen. So what I'll do is I'll take my SIM card out of my Pixel 3 and I'll insert it here into the SIM tray. If I can grab that, it's so tiny. There we go. So you just line it up, push it in, and it'll pop into place and lock in there so you don't have to worry about that. Right next to it is a micro SD card slot. So this phone has 4 gigs of memory on storage, expandable up to 32 if you need it. And then we'll go ahead and insert the battery with the pinning in the correct spot at the bottom. So you just line that up, push it into place. We'll go ahead and power that on now so you can take a look at the res. Alright, cool. So while we got that powering on, all you have to do is take the back cover, line it up over the back, and then you just push down on it and you hear it click lock into place. If you ever need to remove it in the future, all you have to do is find this little depression here along the bottom corner, and then you can just pry it up with your fingernail, and it's no big deal. It doesn't really feel very durable when you do it, so I took a little bit of caution the first couple of times, so just be careful and wary of that, but from what I could tell, I didn't break it, so you just have to go for it. It's one of those weird feelings, a cringe moment. Alright, so let's start with the front. In the front you get the 2 megapixel camera on top and the 1.4 inch external display, and then a badging at the bottom here, this little text looking bubble here. That's for the Alcatel Go Flip. Alright, now along the back you're going to find the same thing, badging at the bottom, it says Alcatel, and then along the top here you're going to see a speaker grill, and that's going to be for your speakerphone capability. Nothing's along the top, it's just a hinge so it can flip. Along the bottom here you have microphone inputs for your phone calls. I'm assuming one of them is going to be for environmental noise reduction because there are 2, one on the actual lip of the top and then one right here on the bottom. On the side here you have a 3.5 millimeter head jack and then a micro USB charging port. And then along this side, the opposing side, you just have a volume rocker and then that's it. And we have the phone booted up. This is what the external display looks like. It just tells you common information that you might need, like if you want to quickly check the time, if you have any new notifications that you may have missed, battery life, and then date, things like that. And then if you have service, so you got that too. Flip it open. It's got a 2.8 inch display, along with a earpiece cutout right there along the top. And then you have a humongous keypad, which, as you can see, T9 texting is back. But what's really cool is in 2019, this has Google Assistant enabled. All you have to do is long press OK, and then you'll be able to talk to text if you need to. So if you don't want to go through all that jargon of learning or relearning, I fortunately have to relearn it, and it wasn't really too hard of a learning curve, to be completely honest with you. Just a few texts and then I'm back in business. I used to do this before, so I have something to fall back on. For anyone newer out there that has never had to experience T9, it might not be for you, but that's what the Google Assistant is for now, so that's a really cool feature. For a feature phone, not bad at all. The resolutions aren't the greatest, but it's not meant to be like a smartphone killer or a mid-range killer in my opinion. It's just, you need to make calls, you need to make texts, awesome, it can do that for you. So great for anyone that is trying to avoid smartphone, whether it be the learning curve if you're elderly, or perhaps you just don't want to pay the extreme costs that it is now in the US for the top-notch stuff, like $600 to $1,000+ for a smartphone. In my opinion, it's a great luxury, but that's not very reasonable for daily, especially for how fast they release these phones. You're always upgrading, if you're someone that wants the best thing all the time, you're spending a lot of money. So cheers to you if you're able to, but for the common rest of the masses, sometimes it's just not an option, or you just don't value a phone like that. And that's kind of the beauty behind this, is that kind of kicks it back into the old school realm of, you just talk and text and that's it. Social disconnection. Even though you do have 4G LTE, which is really cool, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, Google Assistant on this device, I'll be completely honest with you, you can download like Facebook and things like that. And a lot of people like this phone for digital detoxing, which is staying away for that infinite scroll of social media. And you're going to say like, wow, you can have social media on here. Let me tell you what, it's not worth it. It's going to frustrate you because it's not as smooth of an experience as it is on your smartphone. So I still say that this is great for trying to wean off of social media or just completely kick it. Same thing with like emails. You do have your email available, but it's not as rich or smooth of an experience as a side-by-side comparison to a smartphone. So I know we're not supposed to compare it to that because it doesn't fit in that range. But that's kind of what I feel is the whole point of this, is to gear away from it. This is a perfect second phone or a first phone for your kid if you're trying to get that going. Or again, if you're elderly and you just don't want to have to deal with the learning curve. But anyways, it's a matte black finish. The 2 megapixel camera, I'll comment on that. It isn't that great. And that's basically all I'm going to touch upon right now. I still need to use this device. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to ditch my smartphone for a month and see how that goes. If I make it, you're going to hear about it. If I don't make it, you're still going to hear about it. I'm just going to let you know the pros and cons of actually using this as a daily driver, since I've just unboxed this last night just as a demo run and then showing you guys today. I don't really have the runtime to really go over how long this will last as far as durability. Again, like I said before, it's all plastic. It feels cheap to me. They could prove me wrong. I feel like this is a $30 phone, but they're charging $100 for it, or a little bit less, a little bit more, depending on the carrier you go with. But overall, I feel like they could have done a better job. But still, it could last. It could stand the test of time. So we'll see. It fits in your pocket great, so it's just really easy to move around. And the cool thing with it is, if for some reason you absolutely need to go back to your smartphone for a feature that isn't available on here, it does project a Wi-Fi hotspot for you, so you can broadcast the internet, so you could use and dual carry your smartphone if you wanted to. So, all right, cool. And that'll do it for me. This is going to be the unboxed what you got from this. So I hope you found it useful. Hope you liked it. If you did, please consider liking the video, and please consider subscribing if you haven't gotten a chance already. If you have, thank you so much. Even if you haven't, thank you at least for checking out this video. I hope you found it useful, and you guys have a good one. I'll catch you guys on the next one.